عليكم. خلينا نتعرف عليهم. هن فنانين هائمين من النرويج عم بيقوموا برحلة اكتشاف للبنان الحقيقي ولبنان الافتراضي.
My name is Jorgen. I'm from the Kingdom of Norway. I'm an educated and artist. That's initially why I came down to Lebanon. But here it's so much distractions and stuff, so I don't have the focus to make art, really. So I just became an actor. And I don't know, I think that kind of makes me unique already.
I'm Matias. I've been living in Lebanon for a bit more than 2 years now. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I've been making traveling documentaries before, where I was hitchhiking from Norway to China, and then I hitchhiked from Norway to Africa, and then when I had been traveling a lot, very hard and stuff, so I thought it would be cool to settle down a little bit, and when I came to Beirut, I really felt that this was a place to do that. I also started acting here now because it is a great place to break through and become famous, you know, because they make so many commercials for the whole Middle East and the Gulf countries.
I came to Lebanon in 2009, October 2009, and the point was that I received a grant for like young talented artists in Norway. This grant gave me some freedom to have the space to focus on my work. And since I was already dealing with crafts from the Middle East, Beirut was definitely, it was an easy option.
I didn't know very much about Beirut actually. When I was 18, my dad gave me a Mercedes and he just called it the Beirut taxi. That's basically the only thing I knew about Beirut.
This is Mr. Jorgen. He's an artist and he's from Oslo in Norway. Before I met him, he used to wrap himself up in silver foil and stream live on the internet.
This is Matias. He's a photographer and he's from the north part of Norway. He has been hitchhiking around the world and made TV documentaries about his journeys.
What we're looking for in Lebanon, I'm looking for happiness. I think, to me, one of the reasons why I came to Lebanon in the first place is like, okay, the winters in Norway are horrible. I don't want to be in Norway when it's minus 40 degrees outside. Like, if I can go anywhere in the world warmer than this, I would do it. But also, like, I think the social interactions here are what makes me stay here. Here, I can just walk out on the street and I can have a conversation with whomever I meet. This kind of dynamics. Social
and it's
dynamics.
Never boring here, you know, as well. There's like always something happening. Although it's bad news a lot of the times, it's interesting. You feel you have to be on your toes, you have to know what's going on. When you're in Norway, you read the news, there's nothing out of importance, you know, that is going on. So, like, it makes you feel alive very much, I say.
If you put Lebanon or Beirut into your favorite search engine, Google, whatever, you're gonna get pictures of war or Miss Lebanon, girls in bikinis, whatever. I don't know, I don't see this when I'm here, like, I don't identify with these images.
After we both had lived some months in Beirut, we wanted to get to know the rest of the country.
We started in the north of Lebanon and our goal was to cross the whole country on foot.
We called the trip for the Walk of Causes, since we decided to walk for a new cause every day.
To be sure this was a good idea, we asked some of the local guys what they thought about our walking trip.
We didn't know each other before we met in Beirut. So we thought, okay, let's do a project together. And he's already a documentary filmmaker. And Lebanon is a country small enough to be able to walk, but interesting enough to be a new experience every day. So we just started in the north and just walked southwards to see what it would bring.
First, we thought about it as adventure, you know, like if you plan it too much, it's going to be boring, so we just did it. We talked about it on Wednesday, on Monday we were walking already. And we didn't know what was going to happen, which is kind of the cool part about adventure for me and for Jorgen as well.
To just go out your door and just go somewhere without any plan, anything in mind, and just...
No time schedule, no return ticket, and then you have the tranquility you need to be able to enjoy a place. And it was great. Lebanon is very beautiful.
In the previous episode of Walk of Causes, in our search of a place where we could spend the night, we ran into an orphanage.
Then the brothers and the sisters gave us a bed for the night.
We walked for a new cause every day. So we asked people on the internet and we asked people we meet what they thought we should walk for, because all walks needs to have some cause to promote. Like, and for us it was the first guy. He wanted us to walk for peace and health, and then it just rolled on from there.
Yeah.
At one point, our mother wanted us to walk for the worried mothers. When we started the trip, we brought our cameras and then we filmed. I guess we filmed the first day. Then we got some really cool shots, and then we decided, okay, let's film the whole trip, because this could become very interesting for people to watch.
But we didn't know if you're going to do it for the internet or if you're going to make a documentary or how we're going to do it. But we thought if we make it as a web series for the internet, we will be able to reach a larger audience. And this is also why it took us some time from we finished it till we published it, because we knew nothing about the internet. We had to figure it out and how to publish it, how to get it out there, and to get publishing partners and these. It took us some time.
And we wanted to try to reach all the Lebanese that moved away from Lebanon, that probably wants to see videos from here. So we had to kind of try to pull all our contacts together and.
But I think also, like, what's interesting is, like, we got so many warnings and people said it's not possible, and people seem to be scared of certain parts of Lebanon, or like, you know, to just walk in the mountains and like, but it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. We didn't run into much trouble at all.
What's up? Matias?
The sun is up for sure. I'm not.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Is it well?
Yeah. So well. It was so good.
Very good, very good.
We get comments where people watch Walk of Causes and they say, "Oh, you should go to the real Lebanon, like Ashrafi, ABC Ashrafi or something like that." And we're like, that's not really Lebanon, you know.
Excited about this rare culture, we got very happy when we walked straight into a traditional wedding.
We didn't get all the publicity that we want from it. We still want it to reach more out. We're also going to edit it down to like one documentary version that we're going to send off to the festivals. And we're also trying to look for deals to get it on TV when we get it down to like half an hour or 40 minutes.
But so far we have more than 100,000 views on our YouTube channel on the Walk of Causes, and we haven't even started advertising for it yet.
Right now, we climb the mountain, but we're not sure if it's the right one.
I'm a bit more skeptical now.
There's supposed to be a road here. You said climb the mountain and then you find a road and you keep going.
But maybe it was that one or that one. We have to go all the way down now. We have been stuck on top of this mountain for, I don't know, a couple of hours.
We're sort of lost.
Basically because we didn't bring a map.
And we don't have a compass.
Oh, bro. So this is where you're hanging out?
At the moment, yes.
كنت متخيلتيهم هيك أو غير أو كنت متخيلتيهم هيك أو
لا مهضومين.
لازم تفلي هلا ولازم نحن نتوقف مع اعلان وكلنا رح نفل معك شكلنا. بس اخر سؤال، هل شي مره فكرتي تفوتي التويتر جزء اساسي بشغلك لناحيه بدل ما يعني عملك الجاي الكبير بدل ما يكون بكتاب يكون عبر تويتر؟
لا، لانه تويتر يعني اكثر وسيله من ما هو هدف بحد ذاته، يعني بستعمله لحتى سوق عملي الاساسي، لحتى يساعدني او لحتى يعني احكي عن مواضيع، بس مش هو لحاله اساس الشغل. ما بتخيل.
نعم، شكرا لك مايا. رح نتوقف هلا مع استراحه، نرجع من بعدها بنتعرف على مزيد من الاشخاص الاكثر تاثيرا على التويتر، وبنشوف ليش عملوا هيدي اللائحه وشو المعايير اللي اعتمدوها لينقوا مين الاكثر تاثيرا على التويتر، ان كان من اشخاص عاديين او ان كان من سياسيين وفنانين واعلاميين. نستراحه ونرجع.
لأي ملاحظة أو تعليق zavenonline.com. سيري وانفتحت مستمر معكم على الرقم 01 48 48 70.
إذا نعود إلى سيري وانفتحت هالفنانين النرويجيين الهائمين بلبنان لما قرروا يعملوا لائحة بأكثر الشخصيات يعني المؤثرة عبر التويتر بإطار تعرفهم على المجتمع الرقمي اللبناني من بعد ما تعرفوا على الأرز وبعلبك وصيدا وصور، بإطار يعني عملهم لاكتشاف لبنان بموقعهم tofamous.tv اللي فيكم تشوفوا فيه كل التفاصيل عنهم، وايضا لاحقا باطار كتاب عم بيحضروه كتاب سفر عن لبنان. خلينا نشوف شو المعايير اللي اعتمدوها لقرروا مين اكثر 30 شخصيه مؤثره بلبنان، وتفاصيل هالاسماء فيكم تطلعوا عليها عبر zavenonline.com او عبر موقع tofamous.tv.
There are a lot of grading systems for Twitter out there, and anybody can go out and find different ways of grading Twitter profiles, and we used a system called Tweet Grader, which basically it's already out there. It would give you a list of the most influential people on Twitter anywhere in the world if you just type in the location. This is the one they used for Egypt, or they did a list of the most influential people in the whole Arab world. But I've never seen anyone taking this tool and made a list of the most influential people on Twitter in Lebanon.
And then also we take this list, then we delete the companies, the commercial businesses, newspapers and these things.
We want personal Twitter accounts. And
it's difficult to decide if it's a personal Twitter account or not, you know, but we try to do our best.
Because some people get people to tweet for them, you know, so, but it was, but we went for the personal Twitter accounts. And the way this grading system works is that it looks into how many followers you have and how many people you are following. It goes into the influence of your followers. If you have a whole bunch of followers that has no followers, it's useless. It's the impact of your followers that's important. It's also important when you tweet what impact that has, how often that gets retweeted, how many mentions you have, how people are talking about you on Twitter. This is what defines your power on Twitter. If you look into all this, to these grading softwares that's out there, some of them, most of them only counts followers. And that's how it's been done most of the times, and this really tells you nothing about...
Especially now when you can go into Twitter and you can buy 100,000 followers, you know, so the amount of followers is just a number, you know.
The list, I think it's not perfect, but it's a first step. And I think it's interesting, and we would like to work on this list and make it tighter, make it better. And I think the next step is also to invite people to vote for the people they think should be the most influential people on Twitter in Lebanon. To us, it was also interesting to see, because we don't know so much about who's got influence in what in Lebanon. It was a great introduction for us to understand, this part of the Lebanese celeb world, I guess. Just to make this list, and since our ultimate goal is to become famous so that we can get attention to the causes that we think are important, when we made this list, all the celebrities in Lebanon were suddenly tweeting about us. Well, fame is, if you're famous, you can get attention to the things that you believe in, the things that you think are important. When we did our Walk of Causes web series, we were looking for sponsors for all the episodes, where half of the money would go to NGOs working with social problems in Lebanon. But we didn't get all the sponsors we wanted to, because we're not famous. That's why we decided to become famous.
For us, it was normally people become famous and then they realize that they have something to say. For us, it's totally opposite. We had something to say and then we had to become famous to actually be able to say it.
إذا برحب مرة ثانية بالخبير بالإعلام والتسويق الرقمي الأستاذ الجامعي أيمن عيتاني. أهلا وسهلا